Welcome back to Salute to Service this Memorial Day Monday. As I've been telling you guys, and as we've been talking about the past couple of weeks, instead of just having one segment for Alton VFW this month, we thought, why not just talk about Alton VFW, the great veterans that are at the post and contribute to the post, and just talk about the community aspect right here on this Memorial Day as we reflect on those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And Dave Stout in studio now with me. Sir, how are we doing this beautiful Monday?
Oh, it is a gorgeous day.
And with that being said, as folks know, I kept telling people, I said, we're going to pre-record these because we all know how busy you guys are getting, preparations done and memorials done. And,
right.
The big takeaway, we were talking to Bill Perkins, and, so much of my generation, I think gets it a little bit wrong. And you don't celebrate Memorial Day. You remember all those on Memorial Day. And Mr. Stout, right off the bat, what does Memorial Day mean to you?
Well, as a person, I have personal connections to Memorial Day because I've lost several close friends, and a lot of people I've known have given their life in the cause for the country. So it's really personal to me. I don't like it when people say Happy Memorial Day. Yes,
no.
I don't like it.
No. And is Memorial Day really a day for you to reflect on some of those, past experiences with your friends and brothers that have fallen? And is that what that day really is for you?
Absolutely. It's I think about them all the time anyway.
Right.
But on Memorial Day especially.
Yeah, without a doubt. And so many people, Mr. Stout, don't realize that Alton has the oldest, most continuous, long-running Memorial Day parade in the country.
That's a fact.
This is 156th year in a row.
Some little town in Ohio is trying to claim they started the same time, but I think the word continuous knocks them out.
Well, and two, just tell that town in Ohio that Nacello's after them. We'll get them done. We'll win this battle 9 times out of 10, Well, and two, so many times with Post 1308, you guys have been in our community for so long and doing so many great things that I think sometimes we forget about your guys' contributions throughout the year, and then especially on Memorial Day. What are some of the things that you guys do at the Post that you would like to highlight as we reflect on this?
Well, the VFW is supposed to be involved in the community. That's it doesn't actually say it in the charter, but it's implied. It's very important for us to be out in the community. The VFW for years and years has a reputation as a smoky old bar where a bunch of guys tell war stories.
Oh, right.
Well, the smoky old bar thing is illegal in Illinois. So.
Right. That's a good point.
and occasionally you'll hear a war story or two, but that's not the common thing. It's a place where veterans can go, hopefully feel welcome. Like any organization that has a whole lot of people, there's personality conflicts and things that go on that I wish they wouldn't, but it's human nature and it is what it is. But the Post itself, we've been around since 1936. Right, I believe it was November 10th, 1936. Their charter was put into effect by the Congress of the United States, and they had their original meetings down on Ridge Street in Turner Hall, which still stands. I don't know if I'd go in there, but but it's still standing, or it was. At least the last time I was up Ridge Street, it was still there. And then they moved out to North Alton, Delmarne State, basically. And in 1972, we moved over to the building we currently have. And all through those years, they've been part of the community. They participated in the not Veterans Day, the Halloween parade, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The Memorial Day parade, of course, because it's only fitting that a bunch of combat veterans that have a actual connection to people who have passed in the service of their country would lead that parade.
Without a doubt.
That's just the way it should be.
Without a doubt.
We do a lot of military funerals with the ritual team in the local area, and we've done them as far away as Sikeston, Missouri. We've done them all over central and southern Illinois, and that's just reaching out to families and telling them, we care.
Yeah.
The people, the veteran who passed is authorized the honor of final salute, so we try to render it professionally to the best of our ability. So, and we do. I've been a member of that team for almost 25 years, and we average 100 funerals a year. So, I mean,
wow.
That's a lot of funerals.
Well, and two, to me, I mean, there's no, in my opinion, there's no other more important job than that final send-off, too, in that role. That's a very crucial part of really the ceremonial process when you're laying your soldier to rest, your fellow soldier. And to me, I think you can't thank you guys enough for doing those things to honor.
Yeah, I mean, it's our honor to go out there and do it, to provide that minuscule piece of comfort to a grieving family. We're all honored to do it. And the guys do a pretty good job.
Without a doubt. And I wanted to ask you a little bit more about your time specifically with the VFW, because I know that you've been in a handful of positions in and around the organization. And with that being said, what are some of those things that you were able to accomplish with the posts that you're most proud of, too, to this day?
Well, I'm sure Wayne will touch on this, but maybe not. He's kind of shy. But the CID program with the Courage, Inspiration, and Determination Award that they give to children who are struggling with life-threatening or at least life-altering conditions. Mm-hmm. I was part of the original planning committee on that, but I kind of stepped away and let Wayne and Bill Perkins run with it.
And Bill mentioned that.
Yeah.
And to me, when you guys bring this up and you tell me about it, I saw a picture of a young Wayne and a younger looking Bill Perkins at the post office with this. So, and to me, there is nothing that made my hair stand up that day other than that, knowing that is one of the most incredible things I've ever heard. I mean, to really design this, to develop this honor to somebody who's going through the battle of a lifetime in a lot of cases, that has this positive mindset that's not letting them get. I mean, to me, those are huge characteristics to highlight, and that's fantastic.
It's a great program.
Wow.
The VFW itself have programs where we reach out to high school, middle school, grade school students. Patriotism Awards, Voice of Democracy, which is a speech that you can pick up a little scholarship money at post, district, and state level, and possibly even national level. We've been involved in the Voice of Democracy program and the Patriot Pen. Voice of Democracy is for high school students. Okay. Patriot Pen is for middle school students. And then the Americanisms is for grade school, kindergarten, whatever. I mean, it's all it's all a great program. You get to interact with the students and their families, and just a little bit of visibility out in the
community presence.
Out in the community. We worked very closely with Alton Junior ROTC for years, and we're really happy about doing that.
I heard they had a great ROTC program at Alton.
Yes.
I really did. I've heard nothing but positive things from folks that have been a part of it and really helped them with their careers too.
It's a very good program. It's not very visible, but over the years, during the '93 floods, the Post bought a boat and motor for the rescue team, the local rescue AVEC, or I believe that's
Yeah.
we bought them a boat and a motor. We also had people down here working the sandbags because we were much younger then.
Well, this is so ironic you bring this up. My grandma was at ICU at St. Anthony's for a long time and was at the State Mental Health Hospital as an administrator, and she was just talking about the flood and how they were on a boat giving people, shots because of, things that were in the water and all these different. I mean,
Right.
what you guys had to do to pull together as a community in that time is just remarkable in itself. And with that, I wanted to ask you about a couple of other things because, I could talk to you all day long. I mean, I really could. You're such a great guy, and all the stuff that you've done for us, I mean, really is amazing. And
Thank you.
When you talk to kids at some of these presentations, what is your perception on the younger generation's thoughts towards, active service or maybe even a Memorial Day holiday like this one?
The younger kids are just younger kids.
Right,
They are
right.
what they are,
Right.
And they're funny and they're cute, and some of them ask questions that I really don't care to answer. So I just divert.
Smile and wave, smile and wave.
You get into the middle schools and they're developing a worldview even at that age.
Absolutely.
And, I've been asked many times what it was like being in the service. And I say, well, I didn't like it. I only spent 26 years in there. and that usually confuses them for a second until they
give you the puppy dog turn,
they process what I said. But they'll ask good questions, and I've talked to a lot of them about, high school kids. Of course, they're kind of like all of us were in high school. They're not really focused on the future. They're kind of living day to day.
Like the AA class, one day at a time.
One day at a time, full bore, full speed ahead. But, but like I say, I talk to them a lot. My neighbor across the street got a couple young boys, and one of them I know for sure is in CM, and I think he's interested. He just I need to sit down with him one time, just sit down and talk to him.
Yeah,
So everybody got the big goal of going to college and all that, which you can still do if you go in the military.
yeah.
And the military pays for it, so you really don't have any student loan. But
You're right. Well, I'm telling you what, my uncle, lieutenant commander in the Navy, he whenever he got out, he was finishing up his master's while he was still in the Navy. Went out, and now he's the vice president of an electric company down in Florida.
There you go.
There's a lot of possibilities here with this.
yeah, if you like it, making a career is just a great choice. I lived all over the world by the time I was 40, so.
A lot of experience there.
Yeah,
Huh?
well, seeing different cultures and interacting with different cultures, of course. And every time I'd come home, though, I was still glad to be back in the United States. Because I loved Australia and I loved England. I even liked Germany. Germany was a nice place. It's just got a little bit different feel.
Yeah.
And when you get back home,
Yeah.
it's always special to come back.
Well,
So this time I came back in 1999, and I haven't left since. But
Well, and that's what I think is really insightful to hear too, because so many times we hear about younger generations and what their thoughts, feelings are. But I wanted to ask you, because you are firsthand experience talking to younger kids, and you're a part of those presentations. And with that being said, on Memorial Day, I know that the question I should ask, really, guys, is what are you not going to be at on Memorial Day? Because I know you guys set up flags early. You're going and doing so many different
Right.
ceremonial things. Are you going to be a part of a lot of those processions as well?
oh yeah. Actually, we start this coming weekend. There's a Well, last year, on the weekend prior to Memorial Day, they dedicated Sam Killian Park up on Washington Avenue.
Right.
And we were invited to attend there and fire a ceremonial salute and play taps. And that's our first gig on Memorial Day weekend. We're gonna be there around 1:30 on a Saturday afternoon to just fire the ceremonial volley and play taps for everyone
Right.
from Alton, Godfrey, East Alton.
It's a
wherever
great celebration.
that gave their life during World War
yeah, absolutely.
to their country, and there's a lot of them. There's a bunch. Somewhere there's a list of all the men and possibly women that died from Alton Godfrey during World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and our current issues with Iraq and Afghanistan. So that's what that salute is for, and that's our first kickoff on Memorial Day. Then we go out to Fosterburg on Sunday, 1:30 in the afternoon again, and this has been a tradition out in Fosterburg for years and years and years of doing a service for all the fallen in that little cemetery out there at Fosterburg. And we've been doing it. I've been doing it for 25 years.
Wow.
Now, I don't know, before me being on the team, I don't know how many years we've done it, but it's possibly been a long time.
Wow.
So we try to keep that tradition going. And then, of course, Memorial Day's nuts. We start at 6 o'clock in the morning putting up flags. We go to every cemetery in Alton, including the Confederate cemetery, because they're actually considered American veterans.
I did not realize that, actually.
Congress made that happen in 1954.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't realize
I
it.
did not. That's actually very fascinating.
But, the Congress declared them veterans in 1954. A little late, maybe. But,
Maybe.
but we fire ceremonial salute out there at 9, or probably right around 7:30 in the morning, and wake up the entire neighborhood. And from there, we go over to St. Joseph's over by St. Anthony's Hospital. Then we go down to Alton National. And then we go out and throw a wreath off the bridge. If anybody in the police department's listening to this, we need to set up the coordination for that again. So,
Can you explain why you do that with the bridge?
it's for the Navy guys.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
The people that died at sea.
Okay.
And there were quite a few of those. And then, of course, we go to Milton Hill Cemetery, which a lot of people don't know is even there.
Right.
Nobody drives by it anymore because Milton Road kind of dead ends down there at the bottom of that hill. But and then we go out and do the parade.
And to me, and whenever you're talking about James Killian Day, I was mentioning the celebrate. It's definitely for all the folks that I'm not saying a celebratory item at all being done, a memorial being done. But to me, I think there's no better way to kick off that weekend than at Killian Park with such a great group. And I just can't get over this. And I mean, to me, it makes me just want to tear up sometimes, because to know that, you guys put the work in that I will never understand the work that you did overseas and what you've done to, help protect our country. But to say, to come back and for years to remember this day and to remember the fallen and to keep up the community support throughout the year is just remarkable. And I mean that. I mean, it's to me, it takes a special type of individual to do what you do.
Yeah, it's... Like I say, if it's not in a person's heart to do it, then it's not that we don't want you on the team, but you're not going to be happy. So,
Yeah.
Any veteran out there that would like to come talk to me about joining the team, we'd be more than proud to have you. We're trying to keep it going, and.
You guys are doing a great job. And I mean that. The VFW, whether you want to go to have one of your events there in that great bingo hall, which they help you every step of the way to set it up and get it going, or even going out just to the canteen and talking to, old friends, making new ones, or how about this? Just saying thank you to a veteran that served our country with honor.
Absolutely.
And to me, I think that's what it's all about. And Mr. Stout, before I let you go, we've been talking for 20 minutes already. Like I said, I could talk to you for a whole show in itself.
That's a long conversation for me, because my conversations normally involve a like 10-word text.
Yeah.
And then I'm gone.
I love it. So with that being said, as we wrap this up, and right now we decided to play the show earlier today, so that way by the time it ends, it's 10 o'clock and we're going right into the parade. What are your final takeaways for the public on this day? Is there anything that you like to get out about Memorial Day? Because there's nobody better to ask really than you.
I just ask people to do something really, really simple. If you're having a family get together or a picnic somewhere or whatever, before you sit down for your meal or say a prayer, add into that prayer, thank God for the people who have been willing to give the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Take a moment of silence.
Yeah.
And, most veterans I know don't ask for thanks or anything like that. It's, it's personal day to us. Some of us might be a little grumpy on Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
But, I just thank God for the support the people of Alton have given us over the years, and the many wonderful people I've met at the VFW, all the way from World War I veterans all the way through our current veterans. There's some incredibly fine people that go in there. And say, don't worry about the smoke. It doesn't exist. so
it's true.
Just I hope everyone has a thoughtful and meaningful Memorial Day,
mm-hmm.
and God bless America.
I couldn't have said it better myself right there. Dave Stout, thank you so much for your time. Really enjoy speaking with you.
Say hi to your Uncle Guy.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, we're going to take a quick break, but before I do, big shout out to Prairie State Gaming over at Alton VFW, Post 1308. They're a big part of why we're able to do Salute to Service and do these monthly segments and really just keep providing you this information. So stop by the Prairie State Gaming Room, hit a jackpot because I've been on a losing streak for a couple of months, and we'll take a quick break. Our Memorial Day Salute to Service continues after this in the heart of the River Bend.